When I was a child, I learnt that an elephant never forgets. And as a child, I was able to remember such things as the formula to solve quadratic equations, that not all giants are unfriendly, 1066 and all that, but most importantly, I was able to remember the names of my favourite Teenage Mutant Hero Turtles. But, Madam President, Madam Toastmaster, fellow members and most welcome guests, as I entered my adulthood, I discovered the internet. I've spoken about this before. The need to remember things became less. I had a different problem. And that problem was anything I needed to know or remember, I could just look up. So I started to discover ways in which to easily find this again. And like probably a lot of you, I had ridiculous amounts of bookmarks. I had bookmarks coming out of my ears on different devices. I had list upon list upon subfolder upon subfolder. It wasn't a very elegant solution. But then, as chance would have it, I discovered another element. And this is a slightly different element. And this is a software called Evernote. What I'm going to talk to you about is what it does, why I think you should use it, and how you can use it. So we start with what it is. Evernote is best described as a form of scrapbook, an electronic scrapbook, which can do much more than a scrapbook, as I'll demonstrate. And the one thing we all have in common here is we're all trying to improve our public speaking. So I'm going to give you an example from my own Evernote notebooks on public speaking. And you see here, and I've mocked it up on my iPad, it's the note I've got from my very first speech I did. So my very first icebreaker speech. And you can see here, I've got a few things. I've got a photo, which shows the little ribbon I received. It's got a video, and that's actually a link, and it will take you to the video of my talk. And what you can do, and you'll see on the next slide, is that you can mix different sorts of media. So here we've got an image, and we've got a video. And we've got some other photos I've taken here, and you probably can't see them, I appreciate it's a bit small, but here's the little slips you get. And one of the great things, you get such good information here. Well, I've got this readily at hand now, and the certainly person in the back can't read this. But what it says, it's actually from Pat Young, and it's reminding me, from my first speech, to smile. So I took it on board, Pat, and I remembered it. And what I've also got, and he's not here tonight, but I've got my original evaluation. It's from Andy Gibb. So we've got the notes there. And what I've also got here, and you might not be able to see it at the back, but at the bottom, there's a little file there, and it's actually the audio clip of Andy's evaluation. So all in one place, I've got the whole package easy, and I can get that on my phone, I can get it on my iPad, on my computer, anywhere I go. So that's to my mind, the why. In terms of the how Evernote works, it works in a few different ways. One of the things it's very good at, it allows you to clip articles from websites, clip images from websites, and it stores them within its own sort of notebook, and I'll come and talk about that in a bit more. As you saw, it also allows you to take photos. You can take photos and store them of anything, and here in this example, this picture, is actually a picture shown from the notebook. So you think all those disparate bits of paper you have lying around, an example I gave earlier of the slips, you can organise them all nicely in one place. You can see I'm a bit of a neat freak. Sound, you can actually record sound in here. You can put it in there, and as you saw, I've got evaluations every speech I've had, but they're all in each, and I probably do need to see some medical attention here. But you can record that, and you can't do that in a normal notebook. You can go to a scrapbook and, well, you could have an old-fashioned, I was going to say CD, that's simply possible. And the other thing you can do, if you are a bit of a neat freak like me, is you can create these lists, long lists of things to do, things to say. And you can have that all embedded. So it's got a lot of different functionality. And how you actually go about pulling it all together is it allows you to tag each notebook you create, or each note you create. So For example, here, the one you've seen tonight, public speaking. So if I wanted to see all the notes I've got about public speaking, I've got about 498 on public speaking. They're all tagged. But another thing it does, which is very, very useful, it allows you to create an individual notebook for the particular subject. And what that means then is you can have all the information in one place. Easy to find, easy to store. And you can see here on the screen, and you might not be able to see it at the back, what it also allows you to do, something which you couldn't do with a paper-based system, it allows you to share that information. It allows you to share that information with colleagues, friends, or people just with the same interest. And what that allows is a sort of collaboration. It allows people to add information to your own notes. I mean, depending on the settings you choose, but you can actually grow something beyond what you've created yourself. And I think that's quite useful, it's quite important. And it takes what would be a very passive activity and makes it into a very active activity and very collaborative. So that really just leads me to sum up why I think everyone should have the elephant that never forgets. And to my mind, it's the things it does which you just can't replicate in paper. I mean, if you like paper, you can still take a photo, it's all there. But I can go anywhere and get out, I may want to, but I could get out all my speeches I've ever done and look at the notes anywhere I am. And it's only by making those connections and reminding myself of what I've done that you grow, you become better. So I hope I've all been able to convince you all that you do need the elephant that never forgets. But if I haven't, please come and see me in the bar and I'll twist your arm. Quite impressive.